Hello there everybody, Dasher again with yet another devlog video for Disharmony. This video is mostly just a follow-up to the last video, as I've pretty much only been working on Outcart, which I introduced in the last video. This is sadly going to be a rather short video, as I've been very busy recently, both with school and personal stuff, but I felt wrong not to make a video in so long, so here you go. Here's a quick little update. In the main area of the town, most of the notable new things are some added trees, houses, these tents over here, and a couple NPCs that are part of a traveling group. There's going to be a lot more of these NPCs, but I haven't drawn them yet. They also don't have any dialogue yet, they're just kind of puppets for now. You also can't interact with the tents, but you likely will in some way later on. I also added this bus station, which is pretty significant, as in order to reach the next area you'll have to take the bus. However, this one guy at the station won't let you on unless you've done a good deed, which is done by completing the, I suppose, main story mission for the area, if that makes sense. I also added this location called Stargazer's Hill, which I likely call Starview Hill at some point, as that's what it was called when I wrote the script, which is also associated with this graphic. Unlike a lot of the graphics I drew for this game, this one was drawn in Medibang Paint Pro, and not in the image editor to GameMaker Studio. Speaking of that graphic, I've also imported some old graphics, such as this little scene from Arelon, which is the next town in the game, or the next big city rather, which I made a long time ago and might need a bit of cleanup, as well as this image for Mandrake Woods, the forest area I referred to in the last video. This one's really old though, and it needs a lot of cleanup. I didn't have access to my graphics tablet, so I had to use my trackpad. Going back to the main area, I also almost forgot to mention this little visual gag with a dog trying to bark at a squirrel, but he was barking at the wrong tree. Yes, I have an amazing sense of humor, I know. And yeah, that's kind of it, I'm afraid, but there is one more thing I could talk about, which I've basically had building up inside my mind since it happened. Oh yes. Let's talk about some of the music for the game. This is a song I wrote about 2 years ago, maybe? It was intended to be Zeva's main theme, and I was pretty happy with it. Then, a game called Deltarune came out. It's been almost a year since Deltarune's first chapter was released, and I'm still not over this. I finally wrote a song I was really happy with, and in comes Toby Fox, takes basically the same melody and does it 10 times better. Now I know it isn't exactly the same, but it's close enough to the point where I know people are gonna get mad at me if I don't change it, even though I did write my version before Deltarune was released. I'm obviously not blaming Toby for anything. It's not like he heard the song so he didn't rip it off, but it's an unlucky coincidence to say the least. So I guess in the next video you might get to hear an updated version. Oh, probably not, because it's probably going to take a while. And yeah, that was very, very short, I'm afraid, but that will have to do it for this video. Despite the lack of content, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.